Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about nail school, the reason why I chose Nevada to go to school in, as well as many other questions that I've gotten on my what's in my nail kit video. So I'm going to be answering a lot of those questions that you guys had and posted and asked me to do a review on. So if you're interested in that, definitely stay tuned for this video. I've been getting the question asked a lot, why'd you pay $9 grand to become a nail tech? I paid this much, I paid this little, my community college did this, X, Y, and Z. That is great. I'm so happy for you guys that you guys found a great, a good school or good classes that were a lot less than my program. Yeah, I know I paid a fucking lot to become a nail tech. The cosmetology program is 20 grand, which is same as a bachelor's degree. How do I know this? Because I went to college. So now when it comes to nail tech, when I was doing my research, every state has a different requirement. Nevada's requirements are so high. The requirements are so high to become a nail tech in Las Vegas. When you decide to relocate, it's easier for you to transfer your license. And I've even found this when I was working in healthcare. When I was working, when I was working in healthcare, I was working as a CNA. Fresh out of high school, I got my CNA license. Thank you, mom and dad, for that. But one thing that I did notice was Nevada's requirements for licenses for CNA, I'm just using this as an example, is very hard. You have to have so many hours, you have to have so many continue education classes, you have to have so many certificates, you have to have for monitor tech and additional things that you need as a CNA. Now with those requirements, since I had all of those requirements, when I moved to Chicago, Illinois, back where I'm from, my parents stay there, I worked with them. It was as simple as transferring over my license and paying a license fee to transfer over my CNA license to Illinois. Now, if I was in Illinois and I was trying to transfer my license to Nevada, which is one of the hardest states, if you guys didn't know, to become licensed in, regardless of healthcare or nail tech, it's the hardest state to be licensed in. I would have had to take additional courses. I would have had to take additional classes. I would have had to come out of my pocket at that point because my education for my CNA license I got in high school. So that goes back to what I was talking about excuse me, when I was doing my research on becoming a nail tech. Like I said, I'm from Chicago, Illinois. My parents live there. The school that I attend here in Las Vegas, Nevada, they also have a campus in Chicago. Now, when I was looking at the schools, I was thinking, oh wow, the school in Chicago requirements are a lot less than that in Nevada. So I spoke with my instructor. I was already in the Henderson, Las Vegas nail tech program here. I was thinking about transferring out there because it was less money and it required less hours. But one thing that my instructor told me is that some states don't have requirements, and a lot of states have less requirements than Nevada. Like I said, Nevada is one of the hardest states to become licensed. So if I were to have gone to Chicago, Illinois, paid maybe $3,000-4,000 less, great, whoop-de-doo. But if I wanted to come to Las Vegas, I would have had to take additional courses and end up spending the money anyways. So one thing that I really want you guys that are especially looking into nail tech school, look at the requirements that your state says that you need, but also if you ever want to, let's say, relocate, you need to also look at that state's requirements and see if you would be able to even transfer over that license, because there are some states where if you are a nail tech, you can't transfer your license to certain states. Some states require you to take a full new course and pay even more money. So when you're really committed to finding a really good school, I say look into your state's requirements, see if you're able to transfer your license. Sometimes I know one of my classmates from Alabama, he didn't even have to have a nail tech license, but he wanted to relocate to a city where nails are really, booming, which in Las Vegas, nails going for like pink and whites is $60. So he was looking at it like, well, Alabama, I'm not making that much on nails, but if I move to Las Vegas, pink and white sets start at $60, and that's just the basics. So you would obviously make more money here, but the thing was, he didn't have a nail tech license. He didn't even have any hours, and the reason that is because his state that he was from didn't require that. But here in Nevada, you need that. I see a lot of students, a lot of girls in my class were from California. They wanted to come here to work in Las Vegas, Nevada, because honestly, guys, nail techs here starting off are making $15 and up. My best friend is making $1,200 a week minimum, and that's not tips included. So the nail business is really booming out here. So thinking about $9,000, yeah, $9,000 is a lot of freaking money, but if you're making $1,200 a week after you graduate, that $9,000 is nothing. It's nothing. So back to what I was saying is, when you're looking into a school, I know a lot of people aren't gonna say, oh, I'm gonna relocate for a nail tech school, but definitely look into your options, look into your state's requirements, and see if you even want to spend this money if you do plan on relocating. Maybe you should relocate first where nails are a booming business, and take classes there. See if it's really needed in your community, because you would feel some type of way if you went to nail school, in, I don't know, suburbs of like Florida or something like that, and they don't really need nail techs. You'd feel some type of way if you went to school and you're not getting that money back in return. So of course, a lot of nail techs move around to more populated cities, more populated areas. So if you're not going to stay in your town, in your state, I definitely recommend looking at the requirements in other states to see if you will have to take additional classes, or if you will have to pay even more to be licensed in that state. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to stay here in Nevada rather than going back home and going to the campus that was in Chicago, because in Nevada, like I said, it's one of the hardest states to be licensed. So if I want to move anywhere, it's going to be easier for me because I have way more hours than required in more than 30, I think it was 38 states. I have way more requirements than what I need to be a nail tech. So for me, it's going to be a lot easier for me to just pick up, and let's say go to Seattle or go to New York or something like that, because I paid all of this money, I have all of these requirements, and I may have to take additional classes here and there, maybe about law and things like that, but I wanted to be licensed in Nevada because I wanted that flexibility of traveling, and if I want to be licensed in another state, I won't have to be out of pocket anymore. So definitely look into that, guys. When you are looking for a school, look at the requirements in your state, and also if you do plan on relocating, definitely look at that other state's requirements, because there's a lot of people that get licensed and then try to move to other states, and then their license don't change over, or they're gonna have to pay for the course all over again, and that can be a hassle for a lot of people that already paid thousands of dollars for nail school and in their state. So that's something to consider and look at. Definitely do tours, guys, when you are going to these nail schools. A lot of the time they'll pick and choose what they show you. So definitely go on tours. If you are able to ask students questions about their own personal experiences, I definitely recommend that. How do I feel about my experience at my school? I feel that, how should I put this? My instructor was there to basically help me pass my state boards, to become a nail tech. So We didn't learn any we learned some nail art. We did some fun stuff in the class, but you're not gonna come into that class and walk out doing, you know, nails like this. Like, you're not. You're just not. You're not, unless you put in the time and effort and practice. I was the type of person that was practicing acrylics from 9 in the morning to 2 o'clock the next morning without eating the whole day. Why? Because I'm very passionate about nails and I love doing it and I like working on my skill. Also, on top of that, I've also been drawing my entire life. So I want people to realize that nail school, especially the one that I went to, it's just for you to pass your state boards. It's not a nail art class. It's not a extra service class, as I like to put it. It's not where you teach people how to do bling and marble and all the fun stuff that clients like. It's just the basics. The basics are manicure, pedicure, full set, pink and white, hard gel. That is it. That is it. That's all that's going to be on your state board. That's what you learn. Everything else, when it comes to color coordinating, when it comes to mixing acrylics, you just got to YouTube that stuff, educate yourself, take classes if you want to, but at the school that I was going to, it's just for the basics. It's just to get you through state boards. And, you know, a lot of people say, dang, you really wasted some money, you know, going to that school that only was teaching you 5 things on how to pass your state board. But I look at it as, yes, I paid $9 grand. Okay, $9 grand. That's already on top of my student loans that I've already taken out because I went to college. But I look at it as, yeah, I spent $9 grand, but the return is gonna be so fruitful. I'm not even thinking about the money that I spent. I'm already seeing the money come back as we speak. Like I said, my friend that just graduated from nail tech school is making a lot of at least $1,000 a week, and that's not tips included, okay? I wasn't even making that as a CNA, a nursing assistant. I wasn't even making that much money. So now seeing all of my old classmates and them buying freaking Range Rovers and Jeeps and all these crazy exotic, well, I won't say crazy and exotic, but they're buying like all these great things, and I'm thinking, dang, $9 grand is nothing. If I'm about to be living like this, $9 grand, honey, I will spend that in a heartbeat. But when it comes to my experience with the school, I will say I'm just there to pass my state board and to be licensed. Other than that, the creative side, it just has to come from within. You're gonna want to have passion. You're gonna actually want to do it, because you're not gonna see $1,000 if you don't love what you're doing, because it's gonna show in your work. If you're just doing it for the money, it's gonna show in your work. I love doing nails. Yeah, I'm happy about the money that's gonna come in, but I enjoy what I do. If someone said, would you do nails for a whole week and not get paid, would you do it? I'd still do it. Hell, I'd still do it. I love it. I love it. If my bills could still be paid and I could still do people's nails for free, I would do it. That's because I'm passionate about what I do. So let me just wrap this up, guys, because I know I'm ranting at this point. But when it comes to schools, definitely do research on the state that you're in. If you do plan on relocating, definitely look into the state that you're looking into. Maybe you should relocate before you go into nail tech school. Also, I recommend going on tours. I recommend speaking with students that are already enrolled in the program, so you can have a better idea of what it's going to be like personally, and not from the administration side telling you what it's going to be like. I do recommend that. But besides that, most of the stuff that you can learn artistic wise, you can just look on YouTube, which will also help you in your nail tech career. If you are looking into becoming a nail tech, nail art will definitely help you in the long run. But I will be posting some more videos. I have so many questions that you guys have been asking me. I'm trying to get to them, but I'm busy. I'm just gonna put it out like that. I am a busy girl right now, so posting videos are kind of like on the back burner, but I will be trying to answer more questions for you guys. And Definitely keep you up to date on what's going on. If you guys haven't already seen, I do have a Facebook, a Pinterest, I have my Instagram, I have a Twitter account, and it is at DRIPPYNAILZ. You guys can follow me, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff to keep up with what I'm doing nail-wise. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, concerns, definitely message me like you have already, and I'll see you guys in another video.